Hi dear, welcome Bridge Academy. This is our last class in Bridge course, the morphology of flowering plant. So last classes we have discussed about that, how the cells they are developed, how many types of cell organelles are present. We have completely discussed. Then the basic points of the flowering, morphology of flowering plant. Today we are to discussing about this topic, right? Okay, so here mainly the flowering plant, it can contain that two parts. Mainly the flowering plant, it can contain two parts. One is that shoot system and another one is that root system. These are the two parts it can contain in a flowering plant. How the root system is developed and how the shoot system is developed, so we have to discuss about in this place, right? When we are this is the soil, so for example this is the soil, we are putting inside of one seed in the soil. For example, this is one seed, and internal structure of seed, it can contain, this is the internal structures, rough diagram of internal structure of seed system, and this is the center part, okay, and this center part is called also, this is the center part, this center part is called also embryonal axis, okay, this is called also embryonal axis. The embryonal axis, it can contain that below part, it can present in this end part. So this part it is called also radicle, and here this part it is called also plumule. These are the rough diagram and the basic points. And here when we are putting inside of the soil on the seed, so the germination process it carried out inside of the seed. The radicle, okay, this is the radicle, it can grown up inside into a soil as a vertical axis, okay, and this is the growing up inside of vertical axis into a soil system, and this is grown up in this side. This is the vertical axis, it grown up inside of the soil. This system it is called also root system. And here the plumule it grown up upwards of the phototropic manner. So this is called also shoot system. Here for example at this place we are putting inside of one seed, and on the seed here the axis it can grown up inside of the vertical axis. This is called also, it can develop in a root system. The upward part it can develop into a shoot system, okay. And how the plants or root system is developed means here, this is the vertical axis, it is called also, this axis is called also primary root. Then after that the primary root it can grown up in a acropetal manner, and endogenesis process. Mainly here there is the two processes there, exogenesis and endogenesis. Exogenesis means here the root main axis, the external part it can develop into a roots, but here the inside of the particle here it can develop into the secondary roots, okay. The secondary roots are developed, and the secondary roots again it can develop in a one more type of roots. This is roots is called also tertiary roots. Okay, so this is the primary root, and this one is called also secondary root, and this is the, and here the secondary roots again they are developed in a tertiary roots. Tertiary roots. So here this type of the system is called also root system. How the main characters of the root system means? So here the root system is that brown color. Root system is contain that brown color. So here the embryonal axis means here the radicle, it can develop inside of the soil in a vertical axis in geotropic manner. Geotropic manner means here this is the positively in geotropic manner, positively in geotropic manner, and negatively in phototropic manner. Negatively in phototropic manner means here the positively means here the soil system, it can contain the gravitational power. Okay, the towards the gravitational power, the root system it can develop into it towards the gravitational power. So that is called also positively. Here inside of the soil there is no light is present because of here the outside upward of the soil it can contain in a light. Okay, the upward of the soil it can contain light system. So here this is called also negatively in phototropic manner. Okay, and then here the root system did not contain that nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes are absent. Directly they are developed in a exogenous process, endogenous process, and this is the type of root system. So here the main function of root system is that they absorb the water and mineral nutritions. Okay, and here one more point is that here the tertiary roots, lastly the tertiary roots, this is the tertiary roots, right? So here this is the tertiary roots, and each and every tertiary roots it can develop in a small hair like of the structures. That structures is called also root hairs. That structures is called also root hairs. Okay, the structures is called also root hairs. These are it is called also root hairs. Okay, and this is the main important structure of roots. Mainly here there is the two types of the root systems are present. So one is that two types of root systems are present. First one is that taproot system. Taproot system. And second one is that fibrous root system. And one more root system also at present, that is adventitious root systems. Okay, can I explain this one? Right. Okay, so this is the taproot system, first one. So this is the, it is called also taproot system. So how the development means here, the radical it can grown up inside of the soil, and it can form in a, first of all in a primary root. Then the primary root it can develop in a secondary roots. Secondary roots again it can develop in a tertiary roots. The tertiary roots it can develop in a root hairs. This type of the structure it is called also taproot system. Okay, and the main function, main character of taproot system means here, this is the main character of dicotyledonous plant system. Dicotyledonous plant system. all dicotyledonous plant system it can contain taproot system at present. And the fibrous root system means here, so for example all the grass plants, okay, mainly all the grass plants it can contain the fibrous root system, or monocotyledonous plants. Monocotyledonous plants it can contain. So for example this is the soil here, then what happened here means here the embryonal axis means here the radicle, the end part of the embryonal axis it contains the radicle. So here the radicle is that short lived. So this is the, it can develop in a very short tip part and short lived, and then the part of short lived part it can develop in a number of all primary roots. Here the beneath of this radical part it can develop in a number of primary roots. Number of primary roots, it will form in a group of primary roots and bunch of primary roots. This type of root system is called also fibrous root system. Mainly here this type of the root system it can found in that all type of monocotyledonous plants. Main example of that grass, like that grass, when we have put in a grass, so the time it will looking like this, like of the structures. Okay, mainly here this is the two types of the root systems are present. One is the taproot system and second one is that fibrous root system. And here some, for example, some of the plant system it can contain one more root system, so that is that adventitious root system. Adventitious root system. So for example banyan plant, the example is that banyan plant. So banyan plant, so here the branches, okay, on the branches it can arises one small like of the root systems. So for example this is one branch, and this branch it can develop in a small hair root systems. This root system it is called also adventitious root systems. Okay, so for example banyan plants, all we have to watch this plant, right? So this is the main part of types of root system. And now the structure of root system. So this is the soil. Structure of root system. Okay, and this is the structure of root system. Okay, here mainly the structure, the root system it can contain mainly the four parts it can present, four regions of it can present. One is that root cap. Okay, so here this is called also root cap, and this is called also region of meristematic, and this is region of elongation, and this is called also region of maturation. Region of maturation. This is the structure of root system, and here each and every root tips it can contain that one thimble like of the structure. This structure is called also root cap. It gives to the protection to the meristematic region. And the next part, the above part of this tip part of root system, it can present into that meristematic tissue. This is that this tissue, it can contain the ability of dividing capacity. This is the white tissue. Then above part of region, it can contain that elongation tissue. These are long elongated means here. This type of the cells, it is involved in the elongation of the root systems. And then here the region of maturation, these are the simple tissues is converted into the permanent tissues. Then these permanent tissues, it can develop in some root, secondary roots, or it can develop. This is root system is called also region of maturation. Region of maturation. Okay, so this is the structure of root system. And one more thing, some of the roots are, it can modify basis on that environment condition. So that is called also modifications. So number of types of modification roots are present, and the latter classes we will discuss in a very depth, but here these are the basic class, right? So this is the root system. Okay, we will start that. Next one is that shoot system. Okay, so here this is the next one is that shoot system. The above part of this seed system, the above part, it can present into the plumulae, and the plumulae, it can grown up upwards of the positively in phototropic manner, positively in phototropic, and negatively in geotropic manner. Negatively in geotropic manner means here the above part of soil, the above part of soil, here it can present into that light. Here the upper part, it is present into the light. So here the exposed to the light, so that is called also positively in phototropic manner. And geotropic manner means here inside of the soil, it can contain that gravitational force, but here the gravitational force, it can contain the central part of the soil. But here it can develop in a upward, the opposite version, because it is called also negatively in geotropic manner. Okay, and then here the younger stems, it can the color is the younger stems is that green color. The elder younger stems, the color is that brown color. The smallest plants, okay. The small and the little plants, the color, the stem system, it contains the color is the green. Okay. Then the developed plant, when the plant is developed, so that type of the plant, the stem system, it contains that the color is that brown color. Okay. And then here, this is the one vertical axis. It is all the system. It is called also shoot system. And here the characters of the shoot system is that, and here the shoot system, it can contain that nodes and internodes are present. Okay, here the stem system, it can contain that nodes and internodes. Nodes means here this notch type of structure. Okay, the shoot system, it can contain that one notch like of structures, that is called nodes. Between of two nodes, the space between of two nodes, this space, okay, the between of two nodes, this space, it is called internodes. Okay, and here nodes and internodes. And here, and each and every place, the nodes place, every nodes place, it can develop in a leaves. It can develop in a leaves, and branches are developed at the place of nodes. Okay, and here the meristematic tissue, the leaves or it can develop in a intercalary meristematic tissue. When the apical tissue, it can divide it, and the the latter part of apical meristematic tissue, it can form in a the nodes place. This nodes place, it can develop in a, here this is the one leaf. Okay, the leaves or it can develop, and then this is the shoot system. It bears the branches and leaves and flowers and fruits. Okay, and these are the shoot system. Okay, and we want to we have to discussing about that each and every part in individual. Okay, so the next part is that leaf. Okay, the next part leaf. This is the very important part of the plant system. Leaf is the very important part. So this is the photosynthetic part. Okay, because it is the very important. So I draw that rough diagram. Okay, this is the rough diagram of leaf system. The leaf is that this is the flattened green colored, this like one largest leaf, it is called also leaf. This is the main important part, is the photosynthetic part. And here the leaf, it can contain that 4 parts. This is the stem. This is the nodes place. Okay, this is the nodes place. Here also one node, and here also one node. This is the internodes, and this is the nodes place. Okay, and here this part, it is called stipules. This part is that leaf base. This part is called petiole. This is lamina. Okay, the leaf is that the green colored flattened like structure is called also leaf. The leaf, it can contain the mainly 4 parts. One is that leaf base, stipules, leaf base, petiole and lamina. Okay, and when here the leaf is attached to the nodes place, here the leaf is attached to the nodes place, that place, this is the attachment place, this place is called also leaf base. Okay, this place is called also leaf base. So for example, some of the monocotylon, dicotyledonous means Fabaceae family or Leguminaceae family. Leguminaceae family or Fabaceae family. So commonly we see in that Dolichos labellum. Okay, beans, Dolichos labellum. So that plant, the leaf base is that swollen like of the structure is present. Normally, here all the leaves are directly they are attached to that nodes place, here at this place. But here, that Fabaceae family type of the plants, it can contain that the swollen like of the pot, that is called also pulvinous leaf base. That is called also pulvinous leaf base. Okay, and here the above or below pods, the leaf base, at the place of nodes place, here it can develop in a very small green colored hair-like of the structures are present. Here we are seeing in that hair-like of the structures are present at the place of these leaf base. That particles is called also stipules. Okay, that particles is called also stipules. So what is the main function of stipules means here? They gives the protection to the when the leaf is present in the bud stage. That time the stipules it gives to the protection. Okay, right. And when the leaf is here, the leaf place, the stipules are present. That leaves is called also stipulate leaves. When the stipules are absent on that leaf, that is ex-stipulates. Stipulates and ex-stipulates. Which leaf it bears the stipules? Which leaf bears the stipules? That is stipulates. Which leaf it absent of leaf? That is ex-stipulates. And then next what is that? This is the petiole structure, and this is the hollow-like, one tube-like of the structure is called also petiole. This is the one hollow-like structure. And here, main function of petiole means here, this is bears the all branches and leaves. Okay, and it bears the leaf weight. Okay, and also here the petiole it used for the transportation process. Means here the root system it absorbing of water and mineral nutrients through of xylem. Then here it moves to different organisms, transported to different organisms. Here through of petiole, here the water and mineral nutrients are transported from stem to leaf. Okay, and at the same way here this is the photosynthetic part. These leaves are they can synthesize the food materials by the process of photosynthesis. That food materials it transported from leaf to various organism parts. Okay, right. So this is the petiole structure. Which plant? Okay, which leaf it bears the petiole? So that plant is called petiolate. Okay, and which leaf? Some of the, for example, some leaves are they are absent in the petioles. They directly attached to that node's place. So that type of leaves is called ex-petiolate. That leaves is called also ex-petiolates, and petiolates, stipulates, ex-stipulates. Right? This is the structure. And here, next structure is that the green colored flattened structure and the thin like of the ends is present. So that structure is called also lamina. The lamina it can present at the place of lamina it can present in a number of chloroplast, and it can present into that number of stomatas are present. Okay, number of stomatas are present. With the help of chloroplast, here the leaf systems they can synthesize the food materials by the process of photosynthesis. Right? So this is the leaf structure. And here inside of the leaf, the small network is present. Okay, so here this is the one vein. Okay, this is the one vein. It can develop in a one total leaf pod. Okay, the total leaf pod. This vein. Okay, the main vein is called midvein or midrib. And this is the veins and veinlets. Number of veinlets are present. Okay, and here the arrangement of the veins and veinlets into the lamina. The arrangement of veins and veinlets into the lamina is called also venation. Means here the number of veins and veinlets they are arranged inside of the lamina, that is called also venation. Okay, and here mainly the venations there are two types of venations are present. One is that reticulate venation and parallel venation. So here the reticulate venation means this is the network like structure. Net like structure, zigzag manner. So here the veins and veinlets are arranged in a zigzag manner. Mainly here all the dicotyledonous plants it can contain that reticulate venation. So the veins and veinlets they are arranged in a irregular manner or network like of the structures. So such type it is called also reticulate venation. Most of all dicotyledonous plants it can contain that reticulate venation. Okay, and parallel venation means here this type of the venation is present in all monocotyledonous plants. Okay, monocotyledonous plants is present. So here the parallel venation means, so for example Musa paradisica, we have to all of you seen in that the banana leaf. So this is the banana leaf. Okay, this is the banana leaf. Here the veins are arranged in each to other in one parallel direction. Okay, one parallel direction. So the veins and veinlets are arranged in one parallel direction. This type of the venation is called also reticulate parallel venation. All it present into that monocotyledons. Okay, and this is the venation. Mainly here the leaves there are the two types of the leaves are present. One leaf is that simple leaf and another one is that compound leaves. Simple and compound leaves. Okay, simple and compound leaves. Simple leaves means, so this is the individual leaves is called also simple leaves, and here the midrib. So for example, okay, so here the midrib it can take that number of invaginations. Okay, and this type of means here this type of veins. Here the midrib it takes the number of invaginations and it can develop in a one node space. It can develop in a group of leaves, that is called also compound leaves. This is the leaf system. Okay, right. And then next one is that flower. This is the okay. Next structure of flower. This is the structures. Here the stem system. Yeah, one more point is there here. The angle between of this place. Okay, and here the angle of internode and petiole. This angle is called also axil. The axils it bears the axillary buds. Okay, angle between of petiole and internode, that angle is called also axil. Every place of axil it can bears the axillary buds. On that axillary buds and some of the terminal buds, they can develop into a branches and flowers. Okay, here this is the flower. Mainly the flower is called also reproductive organism of the morphological plant body, and also it is called also the condensed part of the stem. Okay, condensed part of the stem means here the stem also it contains some characters, as well as the leaf also it contains same type of the characters. So here when the stem system it condensed part, it called also thalamus. This part is called also thalamus. Means here at the stem it can contain nodes and internodes. At the place of these nodes place, the thalamus it bears the four type of the pods. One is that calyx and corolla, androecium and gynoecium. These are the four pods, and the four pods are arranged in one all like of the structures. Okay, so one by one we have to discuss. Right. So here the condensed part it is called also thalamus, and it bears the flower pods. So the first part is the calyx, and these are green colored, and this is useful for the protection of when the flower is at the stage of bud. It gives the protection to that bud stage. Okay, and individual calyx is called also sepals. Okay, individual calyx is called also sepals. This is the only useful for that production, means protection. And the calyx and corollas, both of these organisms is called not accessory organisms. Okay, and the androecium, gynoecium is called accessory organisms. And then next one is that the corolla. The corollas is the individual corolla is called also petals. Individual corollas is called also petals, and here the corollas are it can contain number of colors, various type of the colors. For example, we have to take the one rose flower, red, white, green, yellow, different types of flowers are present. What is the main function? Means they attract. Okay, for example, all the girls, they when we see that flowers, then automatically what happens? The attraction. So here the corollas, the main function is that the attraction of insects, attraction of insects by the use of pollination process. Okay, and then next one is that gynoecium. Okay, this is the gynoecium. The gynoecium is called also female reproductive organism. And these gynoecium it bears the ovules. Okay, this is the gynoecium, and gynoecium it can contain three pods. One is that ovary, style, stigma. Okay, style, stigma, these are the three. The below part it can swallow like of the pod, it is called also ovarian cavity. Inside of the ovarian cavity it can contain number of ovules are present. Okay, this is the ovule. Ovules are present. Inside of the ovule it can contain that embryo sac. This is called also embryo sac structure. Okay, and the style means the hollow tube like of the structure. Stigma means the swollen like of the pod, the tip part of the gynoecium. The swollen like of the pod is called also stigma. This is the flat form of the pollen grains. It is useful for the flat form of the pollen grains. And the next one is that androecium. Androecium is called also male reproductive organism. And it can contain two pods, one filament and one anther. The anther it can contain single lobes and single lobe, that is monoecious, and it can contain diecious. Okay, so this is the structure of flower. And here mainly based on the reproductive organism, the flowers is called also unisexual, bisexuals. Unisexual unisexual means the flowers, it can contain that either androecium or gynoecium is called also unisexual. Bisexual means the flower, it can contain that both, okay, both androecium and gynoecium. Okay, and symmetry, based on the symmetry, so the flowers are, there are the asymmetric and actinomorphic and zygomorphic. Asymmetric means based on the dividing of the flowers is called also asymmetric. Here there is no dividing of this flower, that is the asymmetric. Actinomorphic means here when the flower we are cutting to a two equal alls in a radial axis at the vertical, any vertical plane. Okay, we have to cut into the flower in any vertical plane. The flower, it can divide it two equal alls. So for example, the flower we have to cut it at this side and this side, that side and outside. Any vertical plane through of center, any vertical plane we can divide it two equal alls. That is called also actinomorphic. And zygomorphic means here the flower, it can divide it two equal pods or equal alls and only one direction only one direction. That is called also zygomorphic flowers, and this is the structure of flowers. And then we are using of abbreviations of some plant systems. Okay, that abbreviations we have to discussing about that next classes. And this is the our Ritchie Academy, all the students, our Ritchie Academy, all the students we are providing in a bridge course. When the interested on the aspirants of NEET, it become in a 2021. Okay, so this is very useful for all the students, and keep going on and do hard work. Okay, in our academy it gives that esteemed faculty and esteemed process and planning. Okay, so all the best all the students. So thank you one and all.